Welcome to In Touch with the Chamber. I'm Sharon Shepard, and today is a very exciting day for the show because I've got two guests that are on the show today to talk about this headline, Harvest Makes Free College a Reality. And I just think that is such an incredible thing for Martinsville and Henry County. And DeWitt House, who is Senior Program Officer with the Harvest Foundation, and Dr. Angeline Godwin, President of Patrick Henry Community College. I know you guys are here to fill us in on all the good stuff that goes along with this fabulous headline. And welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
And you're very welcome. And tell you what, let's start out, DeWitt, if you would just kind of give us some history and mission of the Harvest Foundation.
Well, as we stated in the release, the mission statement for the foundation is to research and responsibly invest in local challenges and initiatives and programs. And the foundation was formed from the sale of Memorial Hospital years ago, and we've in about I think it's our 14th year in existence. And the proceeds from the sale was placed into set up the foundation, and it was again to reinvest in the community. And to date, we've reinvested approximately $105 million in the community of Martinsville and Henry County.
That's incredible. That's such a good thing. Now, as Senior Program Officer, what does your job entail? Well,
mainly, to mine the community, to try and put potential grantees in touch with us and try and matching up what we're doing with our strategic plan with what their initiatives are, and to look to make an impact in the community, especially in the area of workforce development and economic impact.
Okay. And Dr. Godwin, if you don't mind giving us a little bit of background and history about the college.
Well, Patrick Henry Community College has been serving the college for going over 55 years. Started in 1962 as a two-year branch of the University of Virginia, and the college has grown and really been really a cornerstone of the community. And so we serve the city of Martinsville and Henry County and Patrick County as well. And so the college really has a multi-pronged mission in terms of being very much in sync with Harvest Foundation mission in being terms of focusing on workforce development and the overall economic development as we prepare people to complete an associate's degree for transfer to a four-year institution or to complete a degree or certificate of credential that leads them directly into the workplace, and so as well as a variety of quality of life programming. So Patrick Henry Community College really has a multi-pronged approach to really being a part of the economic well-being and the quality of life for the community.
Very nice. And I'll tell you, if anybody watching has not been out to the Patrick Henry Community College campus, they need to go. It is a beautiful campus.
We think it's the most beautiful community college in Virginia, and actually people have told us that it is a spectacular landscape for the college, and you really have that feel really of a small, intimate higher education setting. And so we'd love for people to come to our main campus, but we also have the Dalton Idea Center in Uptown Martinsville, so we're very happy with our presence there. We run the MIT US Fab Lab programming there and community development, and we have a teaching site in Patrick County, so we're very excited about really and also our recently renovated our new MET, the Manufacturing and Engineering Technologies complex, which is in the Patriot Center Industrial Park.
So yeah, you guys have it all covered. But it is a beautiful campus. But again, since we were talking about this headline, let's go ahead and delve into that. And DeWitt, what is the Patrick Henry Community College Seed Fund?
Well, it's an opportunity for us to actively engage with one of a tremendous partner in our community and to build a pipeline. We've made a lot of investments in our community in terms of trying to grow the economy and create jobs and so forth. Commonwealth Crossing, for example. And so we're trying to look now at making sure that we have a pipeline of workers, skilled workers that can go into that when we land also focusing on providing a highly skilled workforce for our existing employers.
Right.
And we think the best opportunity to do that is working collaboratively with Patrick Henry Community College to provide that, and the opportunity to remove barriers and to train up our workforce.
Right, and I like especially that remove barriers. I think that's an important thing because I think a lot of folks have those barriers, and you guys are going to make sure that They're not as tough to get over. Now, how was the Patrick Henry Community College Seed Fund initiated?
Well, I would say it's pretty much a collaborative effort. You know, Patrick Henry has a lot of things going on in terms of working to develop pathways for students, and we were kind of talking along those lines, and I think it was an article that we were both reading, and we started talking about what the possibilities were, and then it branched out to, well, we can plan this and we can start it in maybe a year or two we can get it, and so then all of a sudden we just said, if this is a good idea, why wait?
Yeah.
Why wait? So we spent about 7 months working back and forth, collaboratively putting the pieces together, making sure we dotted all the I's and crossed the T's, and we came up with what I think is a pretty unique program, and I think it's going to have a significant impact on all the families and employers within our community.
Dr. Godin, what do you think about the Seed Fund?
Well, I think it is really the transformational moment for this community. I mean, the idea that on Tuesday morning when people got up and read their newspaper or listened to the news, and people might have been contemplating as a family, how do I send my kid to college, or what is the future, and how can I make that happen, and realizing that for many of our families it's very tentative. It's iffy, it's a maybe, it's a perhaps. And then to wake up on Wednesday morning and we've taken the maybe and perhaps out of that with really what we consider very modest requirements. We have a K through 14 guaranteed program in our community. The spring graduates 2018 of our Martinsville Henry County high schools, and that is because the Harvest Foundation serves Martinsville and Henry County, as well as homeschoolers or GED of high school age, so we're considering that up through 18. It's there. It is there for the taking. It is there for a person with a 2.5 grade point average in high school cumulatively. It is there. The application went live literally before we left the press conference on Tuesday. So this is now a reality. This is not a hope we can, wish we could, wouldn't it be nice? This is a reality, and so the next step is just for our community to embrace it and to have people to take advantage of it. And as one of our community leaders made the comment to me, we have really taken away a bucket of excuses.
Yes.
We're giving a hope and opportunity, and as we've said earlier, this is about really taking words and making them action, and taking dreams and making them a reality. So any student graduating 2018, of course it's a 3-year grant, so that allows spring graduates of 2018, and then next year they'll be available for 2019 and then through 2020. And we hope we're very successful so we can move forward to that. That as long as they enroll in the fall of 2018, then they'll be a part of the SEED program. And I will tell you, the applications are flying. It's been very, very busy in the last 48 hours.
Yep.
I mean, it is. We are getting traction. We're already into double digits. We expect to be in triple digits before Thanksgiving.
That is so wonderful. I'll tell you what, why don't we take a quick break, and when we come back, I want to talk more about the criteria and how many students we think this is going to impact and some other good things. All right? So please stay with us.
Are you, or someone you know, a person with a disability? Do you feel like no one understands? Well, there's hope. Disability Rights and Resource Center is here for you, offering services and assistance with independent living skills, peer counseling, home modifications, and much, much more. You're not in this world alone. Our professionally trained staff can help. Call 540-482-0752. You're watching BTW 21, your neighborhood network, the pride of Martinsville.
Football is has started, and that means game-changing savings at Blue Ridge Nissan in Martinsville. Score the biggest savings of the year on all 2017 models. Right now, drive home in a new 2017 Nissan Rogue and save up to $6,000 off. Or score up to $12,000 off on a new 2017 Nissan Titan. Get top dollar for your trade and our exclusive warranty forever on all our vehicles. Plus game-changing savings. Blue Ridge Nissan in Martinsville, across from the Speedway on Greensboro Road. Also, shop with us online at theblueridgeway.com.
Sign up for pharmacy text alerts today. It's a simple, easy way to refill your prescription. Simply go online and register at www.refillrx.com or download the app to your smartphone. Getting your prescriptions just got easier at Family Pharmacy in Stanleytown, serving our community since 1996.
At Southern Virginia Properties, you will receive friendly, reliable service for all your real estate needs.
I really appreciated the patience and the time that Missy took with me and the flexibility into going to various houses, as well as being friendly and courteous and very professional.
I chose Marlene at Southern Virginia Properties, an excellent company, very professional. I wouldn't deal with anybody else.
Thank you!
My first impression was this place is big, you know, and just to see how it goes from off of the truck to the rack, down from the rack to the floor, to the racks that we pick from, to the picker, to the packer, to the putter, to the box, to your house. It's just like, wow, watch it just come in from square one and actually see it come in from square one. It's a cool thing to me, to see the process start and end. You don't get that kind of experience at a lot of places. Working here has been the most laid-back job I've ever had in my life. Like I said, as long as you do what you're supposed to do and do what you've been trained to do, have no issues, you know. I know it's about work, but when you spend 8 to 10.5 hours a day, you should always want to go to work, you know, because you got enough problems. I assume you got enough going on at home to where you would want to get out and go to work, change your day up a little bit, you know, just work and have a little fun. Nothing wrong with that.
Welcome back to In Touch with the Chamber. I'm Sharon Shepard. If you're just joining me, my guests today are DeWitt House, who is the Senior Program Manager for the Harvest Foundation, and also Dr. Angela Godwin, who is the President of Patrick Henry Community College. And we have been talking about this great news that was on the Wednesday morning's headline, that Harvest makes free college a reality. And we've been talking about how that all kind of came about. And I know you guys, it wasn't something that just overnight, oh, we're going to do this. I mean, there was a lot put into it, and I'm sure research and different things. There
was a lot of research that went into it. You know, one that really sticks out with me is, and Dr. Godwin and I, we talked about this, that, you know, they've been able to track that a student that takes 15 hours in at least one semester, the numbers go out the roof with that student's ability to complete versus a student that just takes 12 hours and 12 and 12 and 12. And that was important for us to make that a part of this, that they could be able, for them to be able to take that 15 hours and have all the other things that they need in order to finish, because that's the important thing, is that they finish.
Right. So a lot of time and effort and energy was put into this on both parts. And how many students do you think this can potentially impact?
We structured the Harvest Seed Fund to serve 250 students initially, and of course that will be a cumulative amount as we go. It's a 3-year grant, so the spring class of 2018, then the spring of 2019, the spring of 2020. It will be cumulative, but we believe that 250 was a good number as a target. However, we also know that we will be able to serve significantly more than the 250. We were just coming up with a good baseline based on the numbers of students that come out of Martinsville and Henry County high schools that come to Patrick Henry, but we're very optimistic that we're going to have an opportunity to serve many, many more than the 250, but that was just a good, realistic starting point.
Well, I know you said that since the applications went live, they're already...
Yes, we're already in double digits, and we hope to be by triple digits by Thanksgiving.
I figure if this had happened when I was in school, I think my parents would have been standing over me. Get that in, get that.
Well, you know, one of our goals, and we had a lot of this conversation, is we were developing the grant proposal, which is actually a wonderful, it's very, very rigorous. The Harvest Foundation grant proposal is a rigorous process, but I think it gives you an opportunity to ask the hard questions and the real challenging questions, and things being data-driven and really being research-based and vetting it. But in the process of that, one of the things that came up was the challenge of student debt. And we believe that this is also a great step for our community to have a significant number of graduates, college graduates, 2-year and 4-year, who would have little or no debt because of the seed fund.
Which is just a wonderful thing for them. And I know, I'm going to comment, you were talking about the Harvest grant funding process is rigid, but I think that proves to the community that you guys are a good steward of the money that was come in from the sale of the hospital.
And I think we take that very seriously. I know our board does, and we put in a great deal of due diligence when we're looking at grant proposals and opportunities. And we're fond of saying that, even though we may say no today, it's not no forever.
Right.
But we do look for those things that fit within our strategic plan and where we can have a significant impact in the community and the lives of the people in this community.
One of the things that was very compatible in this process between Harvest and Patrick Henry is that we are a very data-driven institution. A couple of years ago, you may remember, we were named the Leah Meyer Austin Award winner, which is really kind of the Community College of the Year as a leader college in achieving the dream. It is all about how you collect data, analyze data, and use the data. And so as we sat down with DeWitt and the other Harvest staff, and the data really began to speak to this as a way in which we could fill gaps. It really began to speak to us, and that is one thing. You must have a starting place, and so we made the mutual decision. The starting place will be spring 2018 high school graduates. That will be the starting place, and those students will be enrolled at Patrick Henry by the fall of 2018. So it does create a sense of urgency, because that is the window by which you could take advantage of the seed fund. We know from research that students that graduate from high school and then very quickly move into college have a higher success rate. And as DeWitt was alluding to, the research clearly shows that 15 credit hours significantly increases a person's opportunity to complete, even if it's just for one semester. But you must be enrolled at least 15 semester hours throughout the terms of the program. And as I mentioned, a 2.5 grade point average to be admitted into the seed fund, and then maintain a 2.0 grade point average throughout it, which we think is a very, very reasonable threshold.
That's very generous, yes.
A resident of Martinsville or Henry County, we've had some questions about why not Patrick County. Harvest Foundation serves Martinsville and Henry County, and so we will, over the next course of time, aggressively look for this as an opportunity in the future with other funders for Patrick County. And then it's already up online, Harvest Seed, PHCC Seed program. They can go in and very easy application. You fill out the Harvest Seed application, and every person must also complete a FAFSA, which is the federal financial aid. That's another critical piece of it. And then by July 31st, that student would need to complete 8 hours of community service, and 8 hours for every 4 hours per semester, 8 hours a year subsequently. Why? Because the data shows where students are engaged in their community, when they're serving others or going beyond themselves, it actually improves their academic success. And we also believe it will build their employability skills, their soft skills, and those things are important to employers. So all the pieces fit together. That it's about the money, but it's not just about the money.
Right.
This is a life-changing opportunity for every individual that takes advantage of it, and we believe for the families in this community.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're not having to think about how you're going to find the money for your child to go to school, I mean, that's huge for a family.
And the other thing that part of this is that, you know, I know the focus is on the seed fund, but the other prong to this grant is that Dr. Godwin and them we were also employing coaches that will reach down into high schools and start to work with kids as they go through, especially in the areas of advanced manufacturing, and, you know, getting them prepared earlier, not just, you know, waiting until their senior year. We'll be building that pipeline earlier, and that way we get the opportunity to have these students become, you know, to get used to, you know, what's expected of them.
Right.
And so I think that's another key piece, is that not just starting with them as a senior going to college, but we're reaching down and starting to train them and get them ready for the workforce at an earlier point.
We're really excited about that component of the of this entire program, because as we've said, the financial resource, but all of us agree that having those wraparound students where you've got professionals that are there, that their job every day is to focus on student success. And we really believe that's the magic combination of the entire Seed Fund program, is having the financial resource to not be a barrier, but also this additional level of support for those students.
Very good. Now, as far as like with the eligibility, I know we were talking about FAFSA, GPA, residents, and the volunteerism. Is there anything else that people that are interested in this program need to be thinking about as far as the criteria?
One thing that should be pointed out is that you're going to have, and Dr. Godwin's, I love to hear, so she talks about many on and off ramps as kids go through school. And, you know, you may have a student who says, you know, I want to go into a particular skilled trade area like welding. They are eligible for this as well.
So
now, we hope that they continue on, and the way things are structured, they can stack those credits, and they can still get the welding certification, but also an associate's degree.
Right.
But again, the on and off ramps are there for them to take advantage of the opportunity. So it's not just an academic. We're developing a skilled workforce, you know, and that includes academic as well as those non-academic courses.
The career study certificates and certifications and associate's degrees. And I think that everyone that touched this in the planning realized that we want to make sure that we're sending the message in this community that all of these skills levels have value.
Absolutely.
And actually some of the highest paying jobs in our community today, and many of the openings are at the career study certificate level or the certification level, and particularly since we have embodied so many and embedded so many industry credentials into our academic programs. So this is not a one-size-fits-all. We are able to take these funds and really facilitate the use for, regardless of what a person's career aspirations might be.
Well, you know, and I always say that, you know, if doctor's car won't start, what good is, you know, you can't get, so you have to have your mechanics, and same thing, even if you don't have your masonry, you know, to build the hospital, or, you know, the courthouse, whatever. I mean, it takes everybody.
Well, and we looked at that in the research, and the research will clearly tell you that most of the jobs in the future are going to require more than a high school diploma, but less than a 4-year college degree.
Right.
So, you know, I think, you know, we hit the target, we hit the mark, and I think this is going, you know, it's going to have a tremendous impact.
Well, I just think this is just wonderful, wonderful. But tell you, and I guess that's kind of, we've been talking about that as far as the what the seed fund, you know, the impact it'll have on economic development. And I mean, like as we're talking about, you know, the certificates and the associates, and I mean, it's anybody that comes out of any of the programs is going to.
Just another tool in Mark Keith's belt with the EDC as he's recruiting companies and to come here. This is something that he can tout that, hey, look what your employees will have access to,
right.
And look at the investment and the commitment that this community has made in developing a workforce.
It really becomes a part of the family's bottom line. If you can come here and take a position and live in Martinsville, Henry County, work in one of our local business and industries, and your child have a K through 14 paid for education with a direct pathway to many jobs or transferring to, we transfer to every public and private institution in Virginia, that is a competitive advantage.
That is, absolutely. I mean, that's something definitely for our community to brag about.
Right.
Yes.
Well, no, so how do you anticipate that this is going to impact our entire community?
Well, I believe that we will see short-term results and long-term results. I think short-term is that our hope is that people are sitting around the Thanksgiving dinner table or during the holidays, and they are having a conversation about this new seed fund. I encourage people to, if you know someone that has even middle school or high school kids, pick up the telephone and say, do you understand what we have here? So I think it's really a part of all of our, this is something that every resident of Martinsville, Henry County, you can help facilitate this for another family. If they don't know where Patrick Henry is, put them in the car and bring them.
Right.
If they don't have a computer access, get them online. We have many, many ways. Shalera Morrison on our campus will be leading as our team lead. So we have many, many, many ways to connect to this. And so this is something that every person in our community can be an ambassador for. And we think that will be the short term. Long term, I believe that we'll see generation after generation of individuals that are touched by this seed fund.
Yeah.
And that we really will be harvesting the rewards of this for years and years to come. And probably it will exceed all of our expectations, because as we're talking about changing people's lives, when you become an RN, or you become a welder, or you get your mechatronics certification, or you become able to go and be a teacher, all the many, many, many different careers that you can do at Patrick Henry Community College, that is transformative to a community.
Absolutely. Well, I am really sorry, and I hate that we are out of time. But thank you both for being on the show today and talking to us about this and letting the community know what a wonderful opportunity this is. And thank you guys for working so well together and bringing this to the community.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. And thank you for watching In Touch with the Chamber.
We've got some monster deals here at GR Chevrolet. A 2012 Malibu, only $156 a month, 0 down. 2016 Impala, $197 a month with 0 down. 2015 Silverado Z71, 1 owner, $365 a month, 0 down. Come test drive any new or used truck here at GR Chevrolet. Get you a t-shirt or a hat. Come see us at GR Chevrolet.
You're watching BTW 21, your neighborhood network, the pride of Martinsville.
My family and I and our staff would like to say thank you for the last 20 years of being able to serve you. If you're having any back problems, neck problems, headaches, we'd like to help you. I'm here Monday through Friday to serve you. Give our office a call. 632-3334. If you're ready to stop the pain, call Hill Chiropractic Center, 1141 Memorial Boulevard.
I'm Danae Thompson, a pharmacist here at Chatham Family Pharmacy, where we have a full range of prescription and non-prescription products, nationally certified pharmacy technicians, and can offer you friendly service with a minimal wait and the lowest prices in the area. We offer compliance packaging, free delivery up to 10 miles, and are conveniently located on Highway 29 in Tight Squeeze Plaza. So stop by and find out how we can help you and your family be healthy at Chatham Family Pharmacy.
Bingo! Family fun for everyone. Fontaine Brewerton Bingo every Tuesday night. Win cash prizes. Doors open at 5:30. Games start at 7. Visit Fontaine Rowing Club online or on social media for updates, prize amounts, and more. Proceeds benefit our community, scholarships, and local school children. Fontaine Rowing Club, 1903 Joseph Martin Highway, Martinsville.